Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Divine I Am Network's broadcast of Shamanic Energy Healing and Intuitive Tarot with me, Hajnal Anyacska. My lovely host and spirit mama could not be here to help me today, so I am going solo, but not really. I have the energy and support of everyone who cares about this broadcast network and also is here live with us today in this network. So, hello, everyone. Um, Seeing some comments come in from Sophia. Hey, Sophia. Don't worry, I'm going to message you back. April Petiglio, KJ Hearts, first time. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you, KJ, for being here. Vicky, hello, Vicky. And Matthew Bueno, thank you so much. I have still yet to catch one of your lives. Matthew actually also goes live with the Divine I Am. I just can never catch him, but I'm trying to get there. Thank you so much for supporting me here, Sophia. And Pamela is here as well. So, since I don't have her to assist me today, I may not be able to get to all of the comments during this broadcast, but I will try my best. And so we are just going to talk about that first. So, the Divine I Am Broadcast Network is a platform for multiple healers, musicians, artists, and people on their spiritual journey to connect with each other as well as to connect with themselves by attending the live broadcasts and being a part of the Divine I Am Broadcast Network group on Facebook. So, if you're interested in that, please do that as well. They also have a link tree, so the divineiam.com slash linktree.com slash the divine I am, and also a YouTube channel. So you may be watching on any of these platforms. I also have my personal platforms that are being streamed here as well. So my Facebook, my business Facebook, as well as the YouTube channel. So if you're here, thank you so much for being here. And if you want to connect with me on any of the platforms, as well as potentially book a session with me or join the Fly the Crow Society that I have, you are welcome to check that out in the link tree that is right there as well. Actually, I'm going to go down below and add that so it will go across during the live real quick. Okay, so for some reason it's not there. That is completely fine. Okay, anyways, back to the comments. So for me to get started, I'm just going to talk about what came to me for the session today. Um, the energy that I'm feeling is a lot of hesitance. Not only do we have Mercury in retrograde until Friday, depending on when you're watching this or if you're watching the replay, but we have a lot of conjunct energy, which means that there are multiple placements within our astrological charts that are fighting each other right now, and we have a lot of Aries placements. So, what there is a feeling of needing to act, but then not knowing how, or feeling like you need to act, but maybe being too aggressive or too irritable in our approach. So, what I'm being called to do is to talk about the frog. So, frog symbolism is about wisdom, first of all, but it's also a very underappreciated animal. We even hear stories and mythologies about frog and kissing the frogs to get to the prince. But frog is really one of the most peaceful, harmonious, and wise creatures in the animal kingdom, and it is able to jump at a moment's notice and frogs don't really fear anything. I don't know if you've ever seen, there's a video actually of like a crocodile, and the frog just jumps like right in front of the crocodile. And it's like, why are you not afraid of this crocodile? It's so aggressive. And it's almost as if this frog is in a zen like state that is just so powerful that nothing can break it. So, to bring me to the point of this, I'm being called to guide you on a meditation to follow the frog and connect to that Zen energy, that peaceful energy, to be able to act on whatever needs to be acted on, let go of, or embraced in more of a peaceful and harmonious state so that we don't have all this aggressive energy coming out and just attacking everyone and ourselves and making us feel like we need to defend and all of this stuff. So that's where we're going to go in our meditation today. And then after the meditation, I'll be able to pull cards for individuals. I was told to do things a little bit differently today, so I'll only have a few decks to work with, and the rest they're telling me to just channel. So we're going to go about it that way. I'm just going to go in and check the comments one more time before I start the meditation. Sharon is here. Pamela is here. Thank you so much for being here. Stasia, thank you for being here, Stasia. The Facebook user says, I love the frogs and tree frogs. I can't see your comments, but know that I appreciate you. You can put your name below if you feel the need to or guided to. Diana is here. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Lisa may be on the replay, but she could not be here for the live. Thank you so much, Lisa, for letting me have this platform. Lisa is actually the person who came up with, created, and established the Divine I Am Network that we are live on today. So thank you. Much gratitude. Sophia says green. Yeah, and that's another thing too. Green in itself is just very much, I mean, when we look outside and we see plants and we see trees, we think about the wisdom that comes from the fact that these things don't need to necessarily worry. They're just growing as they grow. It's very much the natural way to act, the natural way to go about things. So we're being called to do that. And again, if it's speaking to you to take action, sometimes going within and grounding a little bit first helps us make and take action the right way for us and what's best for everyone, so that we can really be heard and really be established in those actions. So I would just now like for everyone to go ahead and get into a relaxed position, either sitting up or lying down if possible. And you can go ahead and close your eyes. And I'm just going to, Stasia, one more comment. Frogs are a good representation of transformation with their life cycles. Yes, absolutely. So that could be what we're all needing a little bit. The resistance to transform and being able to do that in a peaceful way. So now that everyone is ready, I'm going to go ahead and start here. Spirits of the four directions, please guide me today in this meditation. Archangels, animals, elements, guides, in the four directions, and Mother Earth and Father Sky, please guide us here in this meditation. Allow us to experience what needs to be here for us, for our highest good and the highest good of all. Thank you, Spirit, for coming here and opening this circle with me and with everyone here. And if you just popped on, I think I saw Tina. Just go ahead and get in into a relaxed position. We're about to do a meditation here now. You to start by taking a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, feel your body expand. And as you exhale, feel yourself settle into your body. Yourself really settle in to this experience. Keep breathing here, feeling yourself get more and more relaxed. Ask you during this meditation, if you feel like you don't want to go far, you can always stay in a relaxed position here and just enjoy this state of relaxation. I'm going to be taking you to a place now. It's very sacred. And if you're ready and you feel ready, you can join us. Eye, you can see in front of you a very large tree. Now this tree is very specific. You can feel the energy coming off. Ask you to connect to this tree's energy. And now you can take your hands and run them across the tree. And as you feel the energy, you can see that this tree, it goes deep down into the core of the earth, and its branches go very far into the sky. This is a very special tree to many people, and each person has its own way to connect. And now, when you look at the tree, you start to see that in the middle there's an opening, like a doorway. And so you decide to step into the doorway. And now you're in the middle of the tree. And from here, you see another opening. You decide to follow that opening. And as you follow that pathway, you start to see up above a pathway into a forest. And you see that this pathway splits to the left and to the right. I want you to follow that pathway to the left. And you keep walking down this pathway to the left, and it's a little dark around you, but you can see the beauty of nature. So you keep walking this pathway until you come upon a pond. And in the middle of the pond, there's a huge frog. And you see a place to step on top of the water to go right up to the frog. And so you do. And so this huge frog is now right in front of you. And you feel comfortable. And now the frog will speak to you and tell you why you're here. And now you have an option. You can either stay here with the frog, or you can jump into the water. And depending on what the frog told you, you'll know what's best for you. And so, you make your decision and go ahead, letting unfold what may need to unfold at this time. start to come back either from the water or you say your final words and receive your final messages from the frog. And now you'll turn around, start to walk back down that path. Back down through the forest. You come to the point where there were splits in the path and you follow the main big path back to the inside of the tree. And now standing inside the tree, before you leave, you look up in the middle and you see this beautiful ray of light, pure white light coming from the top of the tree, going down through you, all the way down to the core of the earth. And you let this light purify and cleanse you of whatever may be bothering you, whatever thoughts, worries, complications in your life. Or if you just need to cleanse your energy field, you let that light cleanse at this time, rejuvenating you. And then you see the opening and you walk out of the tree. And now you just see the tree. And you run your hands across the tree to feel its power, its energy, feeling that it goes all the way down to the earth's core and all the way up into the sky. And then you turn around and you see the opening to go back to your room where you are right now in this reality with me here in this live. And you are now back. And keep your eyes closed for a moment longer. Allow yourself to absorb the energy of this meditation. And whenever you're ready, you can start to wiggle your toes and your fingers, your arms and your hands. And maybe even do a stretch. You can open your eyes and come back with us here in this live. And if you want to share your story in the comments, if you feel comfortable to do so, you're more than welcome to at this time before we get started pulling cards. While you're doing that, I'm just going to show you the card that came out right as I was going to grab the deck to get them ready. Door. Opportunities are waiting for you. That is for everyone here today. And I just want to talk about this doorway in the meditation. So this is actually a really sacred place that a lot of the shamanic community travel to in order to experience the differences in the other realms beyond here. And without going deep into it, what you experienced today was not just a meditation, but it was a shamanic journey. That is why I asked for the permission to make sure you are ready um, to choose whether or not you felt it was time for you to do so. Um, so I'm glad that you were able to do that with me. And thank you so much for sharing your time and energy. So Matthew says, very nice, took me out. Yeah. That drum, I feel like the drumming was a lot more intense than it usually is when I do these lives. So it must have been in preparation for that. Stassi says, lovely, thank you. My frog didn't speak, but I saw a lot of light codes. And that's the thing, too. When I talk about speaking, it can be in multiple different ways. So I'm glad that you were able to receive those messages in that way. Um, Shanu Khan, thank you so much for being here. I'm doing very well. How about you? So since I don't have Lisa with me to help me with doing this number thing, what I'm gonna do now is I'm just going to actually ask. I'm going to ask you to guess a number and put it in the comments right now between 1 and 6. And the first person to answer the number that I guessed will be chosen for the reading. So pick a number between 1 and 6. And if you pull the number I was thinking, then you get the first reading. Okay, wow. So Matthew got it spot on. I chose 3. So he will be the first one to receive a message today, and then we'll have him choose a number, and you guys can guess again to get another reading from me. So Matthew also said frog or conchafetch is our wisdom keepers. Yes, they are. Thank you, Matthew, for acknowledging that. I love it. And that's why I thought it was so important to do that today. So thank you for being on this wavelengths with me, Matthew. And if you want a general reading, um, I'll go ahead and do that. If you want anything specific, though, please let me know so that way I can focus on that. Okay, Matthew says general. Wonderful. Okay, Matthew. So I'm going to pull from the Lenormand deck a card for you. Um, all right. Matthew, what do we need to know for you today? What do we need to know? I just heard sympathy pains. Sympathy pains. Sympathy pains, and then I had to burp a couple times. That's definitely a confirmation. Sympathy pains. So, are you experiencing sympathy pains? Yes, very much so. Okay. Wow. um. Wow. So you got the dusk card, the dusk card in the Lenormand, and there's sympathy pains. So what I'm getting for you, Matthew, is you have been experiencing someone very close to you actually, hearing family member experiencing the pain that they are going through on a deep personal level. Now, this can be very common between empathic people, but it is also speaking of some sort of soul contract. What I'm hearing is that there is a soul contract between you and this person, and that is why you've been feeling their pain so much more intensely than potentially you have for other people empathically. Now, they're telling me with this, though, that there is an ending to that. Now, with there being an ending to that, I'm hearing that it's in everyone's best interest that that happens. So what we can happen sometimes, especially when we care about people, is we can want to continue feeling because you feel like that is part of the connection that you hold with that person. And what I'm hearing with this soul contract is that it's a lesson for you to learn that the connection should be more focused on the ability to feel our own feelings with someone than to just feel their feelings and feel as if that is the connection itself. So, this is really complicated stuff that's coming through. Um, but that is part of the message. And then they wanted um, me to pull a card here, which is Weasel. Um, so the Weasel card is the Seven of Swords in the Archanimal Tarot deck, and this has come out a lot today because I've been pre-recording the astrology readings as well. But for you, it's coming back out, and this speaks to really, it speaks to deception, but it's not so much like purposeful or intentional. It's more about it's about not allowing ourselves to be guided by other people and their expectations or ideas of who we are. So, this is something that I actually feel that you have been learning already, but it's talking about making sure that when we carry and support other people, that we are not hiding ourselves to do so, if that makes sense. Um, so I'm going to see the comments here. Oh, wow. Aloha from Hawaii. That's wonderful. Thank you for being here. So glad you could be here. And Shanu says, may I have a reading? So we're doing the numbers to guess the numbers. And then the next person will guess a number and then be chosen from that. Matthew says, a good friend of mine had sadness. I supported her today with laughter. Okay, interesting. You posted that at what my time is 3:33. So I'm wondering if there's a significance for that number for you, Matthew, at this time, if that's been coming up a lot. I know that when I experience the number 333, it usually speaks to some sort of transformation. So, also interesting that collectively we've been getting this card and also um, the message for the connection with Frog. Um, but yeah, this is what it is talking about. I'm going to pull one more card for you. Nine of Swords. So this speaks with anxiety, but it is anxiety that we bring upon ourselves. I don't know, Matthew. I mean, I know you're telling me about this friend, but I'm not so sure it's about this person. I think it's about another energy around you because it's almost as if there was some sort of situation when you were younger that caused you to have to cater to someone else's emotions so much so that you took them as yourself and you're still kind of learning how to heal and detach from that even though you may not even be around this person anymore. This is part of the healing that is needed for you in order to be yourself completely. So that's what I'm getting from that message. I hope that that resonates for you, Matthew. It's kind of a deep one there. Okay, and so now I'm going to ask Matthew to actually pick a number between 1 and 6, and don't say it out loud. We're going to let everyone else try and guess the number. So, everyone besides Matthew, give me a number between 1 and 6, and Matthew will tell us which number he chose. Okay. We're going to give it just a few more minutes here, and let me take a sip of coconut water. Okay, Matthew, if you want to go ahead and give us the number that you were thinking. One. Okay, so I'm just going to choose the person who had the closest number to that number. And that person is going to be, okay, it looks like Shanu Khan chose number 2. So that was the closest number to that number. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a message for you. Wait, no. Actually, you guessed 2 numbers. So I'm actually going to choose someone who didn't choose 2 numbers because we can only choose 1 number to be chosen. So I'm going to choose the Kahakua Koi. That was the closest number to his number. That only chose 1 number. So I'm going to choose that person for a message. So if you want to put down below whether or not you would like a general message or if you have a specific concern, I'll be able to help you with that. You are so welcome. So welcome. So interesting having to check all the comments at the same time. Okay, so Kahakui, so you didn't put whether or not you needed something specific, so I'm going to, okay, in relation to my God's perfect. Okay, this whole time frame thing is confusing, so, all right, so, we're going to do in relation to your guides. It's interesting because I got ancestors when it said, oh, weird. Okay, we're going to go with that because that just fell out. Ancestors in relation to guides here. Now, I got the Knight of Pentacles, which is the wolf. So there is a lot of energy around the wolf and what it symbolizes for you and your family and also your ancestors. It actually is telling me that they are asking you to choose what shows itself as worthy. Because it seems to me that you have been trying very hard because you got the 10 of Pentacles too, which is about prosperity, success, foundations, long-term success. And they're giving you guidance on how to move forward because you may have been experiencing frustration when it comes to how to move forward, to get this. This is what you want. You want the happiness. You want the family. You want to be taken care of and to be able to take care of in a comfortable setting. And it hasn't worked out quite right because they're wanting you to learn that the things that give you results are the things that you should stick with, and the things that don't, you have to be willing to let go. So I'm getting a message about the wolf here where, so wolves are a part of a pack, and they are very much strong in the pack. But something that happens that a lot of people don't talk about with wolves is that if a wolf gets injured, or even a child wolf pup gets injured, they will actually eat that wolf in order to survive. And it's definitely speaking to not so much that you need to just be rude or unkind, but it's definitely speaking to if there is something that is pulling you back, that is taking your energy and not allowing you to be strong. Your guides are trying to help you through that process, because that phrase, you can only be as strong as your weakest link, is coming through here. And they're wanting you to understand that when it comes to who or what you choose to involve your energy in, there's something that it's injured. There's something in your life that's injured. And they're trying to help you heal and not let that wound become infected. So it's a really kind of harsh message, but it is one that you have to understand the circle of life and the cycle of life. And that is that sometimes we think that we need to take care of things, and the other parts of the universe and life are going to be able to balance that out. We don't have to take that on for ourselves. And that's another part of justice. And as I said that, I look at the clock and we were at 44 minutes and 44 seconds. That's definitely an angel number speaking to your guides, wanting you to understand that. So that's your message. Kahakuakoi says, yes, it makes sense. I've been debating whether to continue to fight for our ancestral land in the judicial system because it's draining my energy. So, and that is so crazy. So crazy, because I got this feeling of that feeling of the universe has a way of bringing justice to things, and we can sometimes feel that we need to do that all for ourselves. Your ancestors, it seems to me like they want to tell you that it's okay if it's not healthy for you anymore. It's okay. But that wolf energy is very strong in your line. Okay, so that was your message. Shalu, thank you so much for being here. And now we're going to get, let's see, let me check and make sure I didn't miss anything. So, Shanus, this is my first time, please. So, I'm just doing this to be fair to everyone, this number thing, because I can't possibly read for everyone during this segment. And I have a lot of time and energy that I give as well. But in this case, I will allow you to pull a card or pull a card for you this time, since it is your first time. But after that, I do have to be fair to everyone by allowing them to choose a number. So, and you said your name was Humira. That's so beautiful. Thank you for being here, Humira. So we are just going to go ahead and allow Humira to get a card pulled today. And then, because I mean, Spirit guided you to do this as well. So, well, that's easy enough. Okay, Humira. Two of Swords in reverse. My name's Humira and husband's name is Assad. I want to go to Dubai because my husband is there in Dubai for a job. When will I go? And does my husband love me? Wow. Okay, so this is one. So I, first of all, just want to start out by saying I wish you so much love and blessings and healing for your situation. That has to be really difficult. It seems to me that there's a lot of energy and a lot of factors that are bringing you anxiety at this time. You pulled the Two of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords upright is about being confused and at a crossroads. When it is in reverse, it is speaking to taking a blindfold off and seeing things for how they truly are. Now, it does seem to me that you have a lot going on energetically. But what I'm being told to tell you right now is that I'm trying to make sure I say this the right way. The questions that you're asking me are important because you put importance upon them. They want me to say this. What do you want to do? Because if you are, there's just so much attached to this, and I don't want to step on any toes here, but it's hard when I'm when I'm channeling and they want me to say the things that need to be said in a public platform. So when it comes to our lives and relationships to other people, the healthiest and strongest foundations are the ones where we can find those answers within ourselves, especially when it comes to relationships and intimacy. Number one, I can't tap into your husband's energy because that's against his privacy. And number two, it's reading energy and there's still free will. So, what I would say to you is with this taking the blindfold off, I feel that there needs to be a stripping away of all of the factors that are creating anxiety and looking at yourself and how you feel about all of this. Because, and I don't want to get too intense here. The energy I'm feeling is more towards there's a feeling of wanting to be free with this and a feeling of wanting to be free with the situation because it's causing so much pain. And so I'll pull one more card for you because, oh wait, no, that was an old card. Hold on, let me shuffle this real quick. And then let's see what comes out. It becomes very touchy and sensitive in situations like this. And that's why I always suggest that this kind of stuff is more of a private setting instead of a public forum. The Empress, sorry. Okay, so this really does clarify and confirm the energy to me, and that is, let's talk about what you feel when it comes to the connection that you have with him, your connection with him, not his connection with you. Because when the Empress comes out, that is about you feeling abundant and creative. It's about you feeling like you have what you need. It's not so much about what you are needing to give to someone else, it's about what you need to have given to you. So, with this message, to close this out, Spirit's asking you to think about what it is that you want and what's good for you, and not necessarily your feelings or what your husband is doing necessarily. And I hope that that doesn't step on any toes, but that's what needed to come out for you in this reading. So now I'm going to ask you if you can. So, how we do the card pulls to make it fair for everyone, I'm going to have Humera pick a number between 1 and 6. Don't say it yet. And everyone else, please post what you think that number is in the comments, and the person closest or on that number will receive the next reading. So, everyone go ahead and guess a number between 1 and 6, and Shanu, wait on your number reveal. Shalu says 5. Stasia says 5. A lot of 5s. It's funny. Julie says 3. Thank you so much for being here, Julie, by the way. I saw that you said that about the message. There's just so many people that I have to make sure that it's fair. A few more moments here. Okay, so Shanu, if you would please, Humera, would you please give us the number that you were thinking of between 1 and 6? My hips started to hurt a little. Oh, goodness. Humera, would you please post your number between 1 and 6? Oh, you did. Okay. 4. All right. So, oh my gosh. So we have multiple 5s and a 3 here. So what I'm going to do in this situation, just so that way it's fair, I'm actually going to have, I'm just going to go in order now of who posted the number first, just because we don't have to do this number guessing thing again. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose Stasia. I'm going to do Stasia, and then I'm just going to go ahead and pull for Shalu and Julie after that, and then we'll close out this session. Okay, Stasia. Stasia. Thank you so much for being here. What would you like, a general message, or do you have a specific question? Anything for your highest good. Lovely. Okay. So I'm being told to pull from the Tea Leaf Tarot, or Tea Leaf Fortune cards for you. A message for your highest good. Sky is good. What do we have for Stacia? Tree. Affairs with your family. Okay, I'm going to pull more on that. Pin, new job or career. Pineapple, reconciliation. Wow. Okay. So crazy. So I love how this came out. Not only do I feel that the pineapple is important somehow, I'm not sure if you have something to do with pineapple. I even heard something to do with SpongeBob. But the pineapple is really significant. Um, and what I'm being told is that there's something new that you're wanting to embrace. But in order for you to actually put your whole focus and energy into that, you have to make peace with something that has to do with family. But I'm hearing it could be friends or family because sometimes our friends are our family. There's something that needs to be resolved and also let go of. So I'm feeling energy that needs to be let go of and something that needs to be resolved so that you can actually focus on this new job or career, because you have been kind of stuck in the energy of the past when it comes to what has happened, and you can't quite it really is pulling your energy back, and you need to be able to just go forward. So I'm not saying that you need to, because it's crazy too, because you guys, a few of you actually messaged at 353, and 353 is the number of forgiveness. So I'm not saying that you have to be close to this person again or these people again. But in order to have peace, you need to be able to forgive them and the situation. Because once you do that, it clears the energy that's hanging around and then gives you space to have the energy to actually pursue this. And it's not just a career, it's a dream for you. I feel that highly. It's a dream for you. So I wonder if you have some situation around pineapples in your family, but I wonder if that can be a symbol for you, to be able to experience a warmth, wholesome feeling when it comes to your view on everything that's happened between you and this family dynamic. Okay. I hope, okay, you said that resonates. That makes sense. Okay, great. Wonderful. Okay. It's so funny too because it's like stick a fork in me. I'm done. It's like it's time. It's past time to let this go. Past time. So, um, so yeah. I hope that that was helpful for you. I'm gonna go ahead and pull for Shalu, and then I will pull for Julie and close this out because we are past the hour mark here. So Shalu, what did you want, a general message or would you like a question answered or concern addressed? Oh, weird. Stassi said there's a story around pineapple season is coming. I love that. I'm going to look that up. Um, okay, Shalu says, I am really sick, purging, and I fainted in my bathroom today. Something strange happening the past few days. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's so strange too because I have this blockage in my neck and I feel like that's something that needs to be purged. So let's see what it says for you, Shalu. And also, I just am being guided to go back to this card that I've had out for the collective about this door opening. Um, Sometimes it can be painful for there to be a new door opening if it's been locked or hasn't been opened. I'm not sure why that's coming through like that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you got the bear. Bear speaks to me of protecting your energy. Protecting your energy. And oh my gosh. All right. Then you got the stars in reverse. The stars in reverse. Protecting your energy and the stars in reverse. So, Charlie, what I'm getting for you, I feel like your energy has been left open to a lot of people. And I'm actually feeling that there is some sort of influence on your energy from other people, especially since I'm not sure how much you've been working in your collective group lately, but I'm feeling that you are coming through and emerging in a new way, um, especially when it comes to your spirituality. And so you are open at this time. The door is open for you to receive new ways of connecting spiritually and also helping the people that you're meant to heal. And while this is happening, it is very important to protect your energy because you can be open for good things and also susceptible to the negative effects of other people's energy as well. And that's what you are actually being woken up to at this time, is just how sensitive you are to other people's energies, because that is something that is with the stars in reverse has kept you back from seeing the stars align. That's what I hear, the stars align when it comes to where you're going in your life. There's things that you are doing for other people, there's things that you are wanting to have for yourself, but it hasn't been clear until now it's becoming clear. Okay? So that is what this is. This is you becoming aware of how important it is to take care of your own energy. And also, this being a clearing away, a path so that you can see clearly where you want to go as opposed to where you may have been going based on what people needed from you in the past. You're evolving, essentially. And it's kind of painful. You're being birthed in a way. The new Shalu. That's what I heard. The new Shalu. Um, so I hope that that's helpful for you. Also, in terms of protecting your energy, selenite is really good if you can get a hold of some selenite. There's also meditations that you can do around protecting your own energy as well, especially during this time. I hope that was helpful for you. And now I'm going to go to our last person. Until next time, Julie. So, hello, Julie. Would you like a general message or do you have a specific concern today? And while I'm waiting for that, Stasia says pineapples take 2 years to grow. Having patience is something I've been working on. Wow, that's crazy. It's interesting that you knew that about pineapples and that was the thing for you. I love that connection. So, wow, proud of you too, because patience definitely takes practice. So Julie, thank you so much. General message for you, Julie. Um, so I don't know why, number one, that I'm doing this, and the strength to carry on is the message that just came through here. The strength to carry on. So I feel like almost as if there's a moment, an energy within you that is like throwing your hands up in the air. And now I'm starting to feel tears come through because it's you're going through something very deep and emotional. I'm feeling that you have been going through that, and it has taken a lot from you. I actually really like connecting with your energy is just, I'm just grateful because of what I feel from you. Um, I'm actually being guided to talk about angels. Um, so for some reason, they really are wanting to come through for you, um, because they're wanting me to share this message. Sometimes when our wings are clipped, we have to go through the process of regrowing them. It's not about earning your wings back, it's about knowing what it means to have them. The privilege is also the responsibility. And when I say that connecting to your energy is incredibly angelic, I mean that because I am feeling, whew, feeling your wings. Whew, goodness gracious. I don't know if you see, I've got chills all over my whole entire body is nothing but chills right now. Um, that's one of the hardest parts about choosing to be here is that you have to experience the human concept of that. And you know that expression, God wouldn't give you anything you can't handle? There's a lot more to that expression than people know. Because when we choose to come here in this life at this time frame, we are given not what we can handle, but what we overcome so that our wings are the strongest. And that's what I'm being told to tell you right now. I don't know if you connect with other people with this energy, but I am telling you that they're wanting me to mention that you can actually help people connect to angel energy too. Um, so if that's something that you are wanting to explore or, even embrace, it could help when it comes to relating to other people who have had to go through what you've gone through. Okay. Would you like me to pull a card? They said no card, but they wanted me to actually mention. So when I pull messages, I have my glass ball because energy goes through it. I like to have the energy transmute through, and I have my copper ball to generate the energy that needs to generate around the readings. I have my selenite now in the middle that my lovely friend, who is a client, uh, gifted me to help cleanse and restore energy. And this copper ball was speaking to me, and they're talking about generating energy. So I don't know if you have copper or if you've worked with copper, Julie, but I would actually recommend that you get some copper and see how that feels when you're trying to connect to yourself and to other energy, because it may actually help with some of the effects of the energy coming through and of the energy flowing out. And that's what I'm being told to say at this time. And I hope that that resonated with you, Julie. Um, I wish you so much love and blessings. And so we are definitely over our time. Let me check the messages real quick. Penny says, I just miss you. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, dear. Yeah, uh, I would love to pull a card for you if you're here next time. I go live with the Divine I Am every other Wednesday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I also am going to start um, doing wisdom and teaching segments on the alternating Wednesdays at 2:22. So if you're interested in that, I'm not sure if it'll be live yet or just live streamed, but that will also be available. And if you guys want to connect to the Divine I Am Broadcast Network and you're not already, the links for that are in the description. You can go to the YouTube as well as the Facebook group. And if you want to book any sessions with me or join my Fly the Crow Society or connect with me on any of the platforms and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, you can do that by going to the link right there below me, linktree.com/Hajnal Anyacska. I wish you all so much love and blessings, and I will see you next time.